Okay, so we're gonna give this another try because yesterday was somewhat successful, but not really as successful as I would have liked. So, welcome to MWP News Gaming. Yesterday we tried doing what's it called? Doing Mario Kart Double Dash, and it ended up, excuse me, not quite working. I put a mute button on this fucking thing. But The the issue was I didn't mix the audio right. Hopefully the audio is mixed right this time. Hopefully we have that all right. And hopefully this thing is capturing correctly. I'm looking at OBS. Everything seems fine. All right. Okay. Cool. Um, so we're gonna play a game that's kind of not really, you know, talked about a lot. Pac-Man World 2. Now, a few years ago, the first Pac-Man World was released, um, upscaled and released. So here we have, the sequel. So in this game, we play as Pac-Man, who at this point I'm sure everyone knows. Um, Sorry about that. I'm getting used to his speed. Um, so just kind of getting you through the stuff. Now, we're going to try to get through as much of this game as correctly as possible, as close to 100%. And look, if people like it, we will continue doing it on past this one level, past one, time. As will be the case with everything we do on this channel. What people like, we'll do more of. What they don't, we won't do anymore. So, and again, keep in mind, I played this game as a child, so we're going to be playing a lot of, what's it called, a lot of, how much do I remember of how this game plays. So forgive me, as there's not much of a learning curve, but there's a little bit of a learning curve, as I try to remember what to do. So, each level has a bunch of fruits, pack dots, there's there are tokens that you can use at the arcade as you unlock more to play the retro games, and then each level has a Galaxian guy that you can use to unlock an extra stage in the arcade. It's like a Pac-Man style stage designed to look like Designed to look like whatever level you got it from. So I'm gonna see if I can remember how to get them all. Keeping in mind that again, I played this game as a child. So let's see. There's an extra library. I remember that. Let's see. And you'll know when you get everything, because there's a little thing cut up on the bottom of the screen that tells you, like, hey, you got all the apples, or you got all the pack dots, or whatever. The only thing that doesn't give you that is the tokens, annoyingly, because there's a finite number of tokens, and if you don't get them all, you can't unlock all of the Pac-Man games. Which would be interesting, because every time I played this game in the past, I never tried the Pac-Man games, so we'll get to, maybe we'll do that too. So we have 4. I think you need a lot to unlock, though. You need like 80 for some of them. We'll go into the arcade before we move on to the next area, because I want some answers too. At a certain point, we gotta be getting toward we've gotten everything stage of the proceedings. Another token over here that I missed. Let's see. Can't go in there. So the plot of this game is there is what does this guy say? So to go vandalize the museum. We need hundreds of tokens to complete the token. To complete the area in the museum. Okay. Can't go in. Oh wait, there's something over here. Alright. Okay. I'm starting to get my memory back for some of the bullshit. Fuck. Alright. We're not leaving an area until we completed 100%. And that's just my own, I don't want to backtrack. I think when you backtrack, if I remember correctly, which you know, not great to have a video game I played, what, 15 years ago be load-bearing on making sure we're doing everything, but, you know, whatever. If I remember correctly, fuck me. Can I just jump up here and just be done with it? No. Sometimes if the surface is too round, you guys kind of bounce up. Maybe I can bounce up there? Yes, okay. If I just time it right. Nice. Can I... Fuck. This fucking game. We are going to do this. Got it, okay. So then, up here. These fucking... Okay. We're not gonna make this into that fucking Cuphead video, I'll tell you that much right now. Got it, okay. Now, let's get up on the next roof. How do we get up on the museum? Oh, right, the plot of the game is, there's a bunch of golden fruit that are hidden under the tree in the center of town. The ghosts decide to go in and steal them as part of their vandalization, and in doing so, they unleash some ancient evil. I don't remember what specifically the ancient evil is, but they unleash some ancient evil on the Pac-Man village, and now we have to go out on an adventure to reseal the evil before it can destroy the world. You know, your standard, you know, kind of run-of-the-mill, save the world deal. I know for certain there's one over here. Now we can get to from this roof pretty easily. Yep, there we go, alright. Now, there's an apple up there we have to get to. How the fuck do I get up there? I have a feeling there's probably a button somewhere. Alright. So ghost is done. Alright, we got all the strawberries. We got all the cherries. Now. There's a rev up like Sonic, I remember that. It's just a matter of how do I do these things. To get up there, you have to balance. Alright, let's go in here, so let's go. Let's see what's up. Pac-Man, 10 tokens. Pac-Attack, 30 tokens. Music, 60 tokens. Pac-Mania, 100 tokens. Miss Pac-Man, 180 tokens. Then after you unlock the levels, you unlock them in that thing. Cool, so we need a lot of fucking tokens to do anything here. Oh, okay, so that's... Okay, something's coming back to me now, that you can extend your jump. Yeah, by doing that. Oh, okay, well we can go over here too. Alright. How does it go up on the roof this way? Yep, there we go. And getting up there is going to be the rough part. How do we get up there? Of course, the camera's great too, which is a nice little fun part of this game. Except the camera's janky. There are random areas where you can't control the camera. You can only just let the camera do what it wants to you, basically. And this is one of these areas. gotta say, Pac-Man's perpetual rictus grin is, disorienting. Alright, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna go on to the next area. I don't think we need to do this for 100%, but if we need to, we will come back. Because we spent way too much time here already. Let's save. I think we do. I missed 2 tokens. Alright, whatever. We'll come back. Alright, this one does not have a Galaxian guy. I know that for certain. Fuck off. And fuck off. Okay. If I remember correctly, this one's also pretty easy to get all the... oh shit, if I pause, I can actually see that. I forgot about that. You're listening in real time as I reacquaint myself with a game. And that's the thing too, I remember seeing a few weeks ago, there was a guy talking about old bad video games, and it's one of the games on the one we're going to end up talking about on this show. Buzz Lightyear Star Command, and he got caught in the beginning of the game when you have to, what's it called? You have to get to level 3, you need to get a certain number of medals, but you can only get 2 through regular gameplay, you have to backtrack to get more. And he didn't figure that out. And I'm like, these are all things that were explained in the instruction manual. And here I am now on the other side of that. So, whatever. Cool. Another extra life. I'm not anticipating going through a lot of lives until later in the game. That's a useful thing. But bounce on the crates, you'll open them. Yep, figured that out myself. Believe it or not my first rodeo playing a game. Alright, so this motherfucker. Now revel up the hill. Okay, cool. Choking. Alright, we can now play Pac-Man. Also, for every 50 you get, you unlock another little thing fills in. So now we're back to full health. Cool. More pellets. Don't touch the thorny plants. Okay, it's a good thing you tell me this now, and not in level 1, where there were thorny plants, and you could get hurt from them. Which I didn't, but whatever. What was I saying? We were talking about, not having instruction booklets. So I think, like, that's one of the things that when you go back and play these old games, if you don't get the instruction booklet, you are, I don't want to say missing something, but you are going to inherently have a harder time playing, because you don't have the controls in front of you. This is another one of these areas where the camera's fixed. That's awesome. Alright, we missed. There we go. Alright, we got the apple. Alright, flip. Nope, flip. Flip. There we go. Alright, 300. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to get down there. There's a bunch of shit down there. Alright, so all the apples are done. We got 1 melon. All the strawberries are done. All the oranges are done. Where are we at with pack dots? 308. Alright, do I want to just get to the point that we're close enough? Because I think to get that, we just have to take the, oh, there are no more. Alright, we're just to bite the bullet on this. Which is fine, because I'm not overly, concerned about death at this point in the level. Cool. So now the steel ball. Oh, there's enough steel ball here for another one. Alright. There's the melon. There's token. There's an extra life. There's the cherries. Is there a Galaxian in this? I don't think there is. Alright, so that's done. Cool. Yeah, I don't think there's a Galaxian in this level, even though it shows up there. We'll find out here. Let's see. 708 tokens, 102 bonus tokens. I don't remember. Yeah, there's no Galaxian, dude. Alright. I think there's definitely one in Canyon Chaos. I remember this one. Alright. This, as a child, is where my dreams went to die. Because this level had a lot of platforming at awkward angles. So we're going to get to see that in person now, so strap in. And if you look at how great this camera is, there we go. Now we can do this. Die, you little motherfucker. Alright, moving on. Ah, can I curse? It's my channel. Who cares? There we go. And our quest to get everything. Can't bother. Where are those last 2 tokens that I missed in that level? I thought I did basically everything that could have been done. Alright, there we go. Where the fuck is there? There's a pellet. And there we go. There we go. Hopefully there's nothing down here. No. Alright, we can live. Alright, here's something. There's always something like that where it's at a weird angle. Alright. Alright, I go up this thing. Alright, so yeah, kickflip across this canyon to get that. Or it's gonna bother me that I keep hitting the wrong button, because I believe in the PlayStation it is the square button, and that is not what I keep hitting here. Okay. This is the motherfucker we gotta kill. There we go. Now he's gonna drop the Galaxian thing. There we go. This is our first Pac-Man level. Or first maze level. Alright. We're not going to play this the way you're supposed to play Pac-Man. We're going to play this my way. Where we do this. Okay, maybe we will do it the right way. That's some good fucking points right there. Alright, fuck off. Alright. Because you have the goal in this, just to finish the level. I think you have to beat it. I'm not 100% on that. I could be wrong. But I'd rather be safe than sorry that you have to beat it. And you do still have 3 lives. I don't think it takes from your regular lives. So we do have some wiggle room. But again, this is all specious memory from a long ass time ago. Oh, fuck me. Oh, good. Okay, well, this stupid. Where are we? Nice. There we go. Alright, level completed. So now we got the Galaxian dude. And we get a checkpoint. Alright. Circle. Circle. So that's the other thing, is you get this checkpoint when you do this. Alright, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're doing great. Oh, fuck me, this thing. There we go. Alright, we got all the apples now. cherry over there. Ah, this is an extraordinary use of time. Good thing I did this. Just to get a token. Alright, we're at 19. We still need 150 to get into the museum. I don't even know what the fuck these things are or supposed to be. I don't think they really give an answer for that. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's done. Alright, cherry. Another token. Great. Another melon over here. Is there anything up there? I don't see anything up there. No. Oh wait, no, there is. Alright, so how do we get over there without dying? Alright, all the Pac-Dots now. There we go. Alright, that's the last cherry. Nope. Alright, we're doing pretty good, I think. Trying to find all the random shit in this level. That's a genius design choice, whoever did that. You jump backwards. Alright, my life flashed before my eyes a little bit there, but we got... whatever. I forget, do we get to keep everything, or do we have to go back through and get everything we didn't get? Fuck me. That's annoying. Alright. Whatever. And we lose a life. We're doing so good. Alright. Alright, got all the apples again. Somehow missed this before. Dude, I guess it's good that I went back this way. God damn it. Just fucking... token. Let's get rid of the ghost first. Just get rid of. Alright. Now we gotta get back some health. We'll get back at least one, maybe two. Let's see. Maybe barely one. Alright, we got back one. That's nice. One's helpful. Alright. Now we continue on. Keep on keeping on. The annoying thing is the lack of checkpoints. It's the thing over here that's going to be the death of me, or the gradual increased annoyance of me. Ah, okay, didn't think of that. See, that would have been the smart thing, I think, had I figured that out earlier. Oh well. Not that that one was the one that killed me, the one over there is the one that killed me. Alright, we're right back where we started. All the Pac-Dots have been collected. I'm gonna hit the right button this time. Fuck me. We're gonna give it one more shot, and if we get it this time, that's fine. If not, we're not doing this again. We're just gonna get through the level, just to continue on. Because, fuck this. I'm not gonna keep dying just to prove a point. For what we're trying here, anyway, I think the more important thing is... the more important thing is the tokens. Alright, one down. Another one down, and that guy down. Great, we're doing pretty solid. And then when we get over here, we will be able to reclaim all of our health. We'll be back at full health by the time we get over to the next area. Not that it really matters. I don't foresee health being an issue until we get to the bosses. Apologies for any noises that happen, because that would be... Oh, there's another box over there that I missed. So be sure to get that on the way by. Okay, it's up there. Alright, let's go. See, that was the other thing, too, as a kid. I never tried to fight that thing. Oh, cool. Token. So you just end up trying to get off that platform, get onto the platform and off the platform as quickly as possible. So that way you don't end up dying to the bear. Because you don't want that to be the loss of life. Alright. Alright, all the pack dots again. Is that worth it over there? I'm not thinking it is. Now, I don't think that power-up over there ever comes back into play. Can I go this way? I think I can. Oh, well, now I feel stupid. Alright, I think that's everything. Yeah, now I feel really stupid. So, alright. That's no level. Let's see what I fucked up, because I think I missed something. 100%, and we missed a token. So. Oh, probably beating the time trial. Alright, Pack Dot Pond. This is the last level, if I remember correctly, in this first group. Yeah, that sounds right. That would be like a speed run thing to get the last... What's it called? To get the last token. Like, can you do it faster than the time trial? That sounds right. I'm not saying it definitively, but it's enough that I'm, you know, I'm fairly certain that's correct. Back across, back across. Okay. This is fucking... The fact that you jump all the way back like that is absurd. Alright. And more pack dots. To get us all the way up here, which is just a roundabout way of doing what I had already done. Cool. Good to know. And there we go. Alright. Now we gotta wait for this thing to come over. Hello, buddy. Let's go. And there we are. Checkpoint. Now this guy's holding a fruit. Now, if I remember correctly, there's also one of those fucking things here too, in the Galaxian. In this level too. If I remember correctly, and I could be wrong. No one has ever gotten broke betting against me being right. I seem to recall that you have to do something like... I seem to recall it being some maze with the dot puzzle. Let's go around and see what we can figure out. It's not that. I'm 75% certain we don't do that first. And then it moves you on the level to the next area, which we do not want to do yet. Alright, this is it. We hit this, and it brings me over here. And I hit this, and it brings me over to this next thing. I hit this. And I got the 2 oranges before I leave. And this brings me up here to this, and then I hit this, and then I get that. Now, ordinarily you want to hit that thing the first time you jump up, but what I did was actually smarter than that. I say lying. There we go. Pac-Pond. Another one of these mazes. I had an awful thought while I was supposed to start. I'm like, oh god, I hope I'm recording, because like that'd be my luck with this. How things are going this level, or this, with this attempt to launch this YouTube channel. Because like, the first thing that happened was I had the idea we're going to do the YouTube channel, but the issue was like, okay, how do we run it in a way that is different from what we already have? Because I think one of the issues we were having was the other channel was very much a little bit of everything. Where it was because of the podcast and all that, but it didn't have the specificity to get people to, you know, tune in a meaningful way, or subscribe, because there's just so much going on. So if we're gonna do it here, how do we do it, and how to get people to, you know, to watch? So I had the idea we're gonna launch with the new channel, we're gonna do all that. Good ideas. I mean, you know, not to, you know, break my wrist, jerk myself off or anything, but like this is one of my better ideas. So the idea was, let's do that. And then I'm like, well, how can we do games? So we have a few games on my computer that we can do, but like beyond that, what can we do to play games? Like I use my Switch a lot, but with that you need a capture card and all that kind of stuff. So how do we do that with limited budget? Was the question. Fuck. And the idea I had was, let's go to a thrift store and get a monitor. And then with the monitor, we can play the game that way. I can run OBS on the other screen behind me and go that way. So I went to 4 different thrift stores yesterday. That's not an exaggeration. I went to 4 different thrift stores. I forgot we have inverted controls for this fucking swimming bullshit. So I went to 4 different thrift stores trying to find a computer that would be, you know, it doesn't have to be, what is this? Press the A button. Why would you want to? Alright. This is the other part of the, oh, that's why they want you to stop. I got it. Otherwise you're never gonna make this jump. There we go. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, let's go over here, grab this. Eat that motherfucker. And then move on with our lives. Alright, all the pack dots are done. I'm tempted, but not that tempted. We've already crossed the Rubicon on not 100%ing this, so it's probably just a token. Although maybe not. That's the one annoying thing, is that we have no idea how many tokens are in each level until you get out. But, oh well. We'll see. Whatever we didn't finish, we will beg for forgiveness for. So I went and I bought the screen, and it's this, you know, I went to 4 different stores, found one for like $10, and that looks great. This screen's really cool. I hook my laptop up to it, and that will be a screen that I can have behind me. That way I can just monitor progress and all of that. Yeah, it was a token. Okay, the frog. Alright, time to fuck up the frog. Let's go. So, I go out and I find this really cool screen, take it home, put it down, and you know, plug in my computer to it. Great, all things are gonna be good now. And the HDMI port doesn't work. And I'm just like, if you're someone, like, there are two different places that fucked up here, I think, besides me for thinking to go buy electronics at a thrift store. That was my mistake. Um, so I go and I buy, I went out with the intent that I'm going to buy this thing um, at the thrift store and save some money. That didn't work out. Um, so, yeah, maybe I should have assumed that it wouldn't work. But the thing is, it's like, if you are a thrift store, shouldn't you check to make sure that the things you're selling actually work? Um, like, especially if you're doing what a no return policy. Because that's the next fight I gotta have tomorrow. I gotta go back to the thrift store to be like, hey, did you, can I return this piece of shit that doesn't work? Um, the golden cherries. Now we get into a specialty level. Huzzah. Bedoing Woods. Alright, I think this is the point where we're gonna give up the pretext of trying to get everything, because if we come across them, great. If not, I'm not gonna kill myself looking for it. Fuck. It's like some kind of tragedy. But like, if you are a thrift store and you're selling an electronic, you would think you would at least want to put make sure it's in working order, and not just be like, hey, here's something that is, reasonably expensive, or at least it would be reasonably expensive if you bought it somewhere else. At least make sure that it's in working order. Don't just sell it to people and be like, oh well, tough shit. You're on your own. Buyer beware. Because you're essentially taking advantage of people who, aren't spending a lot, who don't have a lot of money to begin with, in an attempt to get them to buy some shit that may not work. But regardless, I went out and I was the asshole who bought the screen at the thrift store. So I gotta go and fight and see if I can return it tomorrow. But the issue is, like, and it's not just them, because, like, look, the thrift store, they probably don't have the time or the manpower to inspect every single part of... Okay, I'm remembering something about this level. I gotta backtrack. There's a button I hit up here that lets you go back the way you came. Yeah, that's it up there. And then to open up that other one. And that's how you get to the stupid, what's it called thing. We got backtrack all the way back to there, hit that button, and it'll give me a thing I can take back. And then that's how you get to, it's a matter of doing this without dying. Oh, cool. You take fall damage in this game. Although, I guess you just butt bounce at the very last moment and don't take that, so. It's a kind of a impotent threat. But regardless, where was I? Yeah, the person who donates it, they're the asshole. Because, like, look, if you go and if you know something's broken and you donate it to a thrift store, the thrift store's not going to check every single item. And if this is all it was, I'll be really pissed off. Going through all that. Alright, well, whatever. We got our checkpoint. Let's get over there now. Yoo-hoo. Yeah, let's get the apple open. There's an apple down there. Alright. Because I do, like, the thing is, I do still want to, unlock all the museum stuff. Because I like that kind of shit, so let's just try our best anyway. So. And there's Galaxian. There's a Galaga. Dude, whatever the fuck it is. But look, if you're someone who has a broken TV, like, the HDMI port's not working, and at minimum I know the HDMI port's not working, because that's what I tried, and that's what didn't work for me, was I tried plugging my laptop in through the HDMI, so, like, that's not working, so why would you donate the TV? Why would you just throw it in the trash? It's not like you're trying to sell it. Like, if you were, like, I would have more respect for if I bought it on eBay broken, because at that point, like, you're at least trying to rip someone off. Here you're just laying a mean trap for someone who doesn't have money. Because all you're doing is just donating something that they will never be able to use properly. And it just feels mean. So now I'm stuck with this screen that doesn't work, and, you know, let's see what we have going for us with this. So aside from that, I'm going to set up a page on the website, probably tomorrow morning, maybe tomorrow evening. It'll be after this episode goes up, where people can submit talking points, because these are all pre-recorded, because I don't have a ton of free time. So I don't want to kill these guys, because I just want to get this shit and get out of here. Get our hardware and leave, so to speak. So people could submit talking points, things they want to hear me talk about. Otherwise, I'm just going to ramble, which is what we've been hearing on here so far. I try to talk about the game. I try to talk about, you know, cool things having to do with the game. Otherwise, you're just going to hear me talk. Fuck. There's one dot left. So get that motherfucking dot. Alright. Where were we? Nowhere going conversation, that's where we were. We're still in the Bedoying Woods. We are moving our way through. It's awesome that thing respawns when you're completely unable to do anything about it. That was another area that would kill me repeatedly. Not timing that jump properly. Alright, we're not doing terribly on collecting the fruits. That's nice, considering how annoying it is in this level. Alright, so let's make a mistake. Alright, where does this put? Oh, there's another token. Alright, tokens we definitely want. Alright, is there a bounce that we can do from here? Not really. Alright, let's just... Alright, I probably should have bounced it. I didn't want to risk it and die, so I said, fuck it, whatever. Anyway... It is mid-May now. We're headed towards, you know, summer movie season. I'm looking forward to that. We talked about it at length yesterday, so I don't really want to... It's one of those weird things where I don't want to retread it because I already talked about it, but no one here already talked about it because that episode's not going up because you can't hear me talk. Because that was a big mistake yesterday. I don't think I actually addressed what the problem was. When I recorded, I made the mistake of not double-checking the audio properly. Oh, fuck. Oh, thank God. I didn't double-check the audio, which was my mistake. And what happens when you don't double-check the audio is you create these situations where you, we're not doing that again. Because I don't think all that's worth it for a token. The life may spawn again, but no. Like I said, we're not gonna go nuts here. I will do this, though. I feel like this is the easier way to get this life. And do this. And there we go. And land safely. Actually, it's probably the safer way to do this. Is you bounce and then you bounce over to the next platform. We're playing games not the way the devs intended us to, but whatever. Yeah, there's 2 tokens in there. Fuck me. We're gonna get it this time. And there's another token we didn't get, because you have to go around that circuitous route around the top. So, like I said, tokens are the most important thing in my life right now, so Alright. Let's aim. Oh, thank God. Right, so I didn't make sure the audio was mixed properly. So what ended up happening was, I've never used OBS before. I don't think it's the right way to define what my issue was. For my first outing, I thought it went pretty well, but the mistake I made was, I was mixing the wrong soundbar, and it was not fixing the audio properly. Rather than, and I didn't notice this until after I had recorded for an hour and a half and played through a ton of Mario Kart Double Dash. So we will eventually do that again, but just not in the near future, because it's one of those things where it's like, if I already restarted it, I don't want to do it again. So, you know, we will get to that at some point, don't worry. Oh, fuck. It's cool that if the camera doesn't catch up properly, you don't take fall damage. Because fall damage does require the camera to properly catalog where you are. So if the camera can't catalog it, you're not going to get hurt. It's an interesting little quirk of this game. That's definitely not the designed way to handle it, but whatever. Oh, fuck. And the other annoying thing about these fucking platforms is that they move with your weight. So if you're not balanced properly, you're fucked a little bit. Alright, now we backtrack. To get all this shit. Token. And now again. We don't really need to do that. We just need to do this and get that. Okay, now. What am I doing? Alright, let's do this. This is the best way to do it. Okay. Get ready for death. Now I forgot the canon. Are there multiple ghosts? Or are these all just different iterations of the same four? Like, just, like, trying to get in my way, but, like, for no good reason, because, like, I don't think they, like, I think they wanted to release that big evil ghost, if I remember correctly, but, like, not really at the same time, because it's, like, it immediately usurped what little authority they had. Oh, cool. Another maze. Amazing. This is gonna be the thing that ends up killing me. I'm gonna fuck up not falling down this hole. That's what's gonna end up happening. Because you're not geographically bound to the ground in the way you are in the other mazes. Alright, there's one more hanging around here somewhere. There you are, you little motherfucker. You would think after the first time I got them all, you'd think they'd be like, alright, let me just leave. Like, because there's still more of these pellets that can kill us. But they don't, so whatever. Alright. I think that was everything, too. I know I said we weren't going to get everything, but I think we did. Let's find out. I just want to get into the museum, man. That's all I want in life. Yeah, 100%. We missed a token, but whatever. We're making good progress. I think this is the last level, because I think we're going to do the next boss right after this. But I don't remember. So looking back there. Alright. Now. Alright. Now we are well on our way. See, this one's harder because there are hazards in this one. So, this is the level that separates the men from the boys. Put hair on you. Okay, well, you know what, fuck it. We did get up until this point, we don't need to keep doing this. The only thing I'm really concerned about is the pellets, because you get extra health for that. But yeah, so I recorded all of that, and then ended up none of it was usable because you couldn't actually hear me talk. And at that point, it's like, why? I'm not going to upload that as our first impression for the channel. So hopefully this is better, and I don't have to do this for a third time, because that would be really annoying if that was the case. Alright, I think this is where the Galaxian is. That's the other thing I want to get all of. Alright. Trail up here. Let's see where this goes. So, this is going somewhere, I'll give you that. Because then the other thing is, like I said, it's like once I play through the game, it's like, do I really want to play through it again that quickly after? Not really. Alright, so all that for a token. That's disappointing. I was hoping that would be the Galaxian. We can move on to the rest of the level with relative ease, but no, we don't really get that luxury here. Awesome. Did I even hit a checkpoint? I did. Alright, I go back down, get the thing again. Is it really worth it? Yeah, we want to get that token. Why did I do that? We want to get that token. So I guess what we'll do today is we'll get through the next boss, and that'll be a good place to leave off. If I don't have the website up by the time I put this episode up, which will be interesting to see what order of operations I do that in, more than anything else. That'll be the determining factor here. So the question is, like, if that ends up happening, if you have any suggestions, you can go to 30minutereviews@gmail.com. You can just shoot an email in and say whatever you want. I'll put up a post on the YouTube channel so that way people can just weigh in with what they think we should talk about. And I'll try to, do conversation about that. But this video, assuming it, the audio comes out good, which is a big if, because, I've done audio tech work before, but I've never done OBS, so this is all new to me. Plus, I'm also talking pretty low because of other people who share the space, and I don't want to disturb anyone because I'm recording late at night. Cool. Another checkpoint. Fuck me. There's the power palette. We're not. This is gonna be the first level we don't get all the what's it called in anyway. All the pack dots in. Whatever. Alright. So. Where's he still? Oh, okay. Cool. Hopefully there's nothing in that box of value. We will end up having to go back through. If people are interested in seeing this game played through, we will have to go through and get all the tokens. So either way, that's a thing we need to fix. Alright, that was worth it. And that's definitely a fall distance. That feels fair. Alright, what have we got over here? A bear. Let's go fuck this guy up. Cool. Awesome. Love that. Alright, checkpoint. Good. Hopefully I went the right way. It is entirely possible that I didn't. I would say it's probably more likely than not that I didn't. I probably should have gone that way. Oh well. We'll see. Another extra life. Cool. Climb this. Alright, this feels like something's... Yep, here it is. This is what I came here for. I want to get as many of these as I can, but I have to go back through the level. If I can make it where I'm just going back through the levels for tokens at the end, then that's a mission well accomplished, in my opinion. But I don't want to deal with this bullshit. So, we have other games on the itinerary, like this Disney Extreme Skate Adventure, which was a surprisingly solid skating simulator for multi-platform back in... when was that? That would have been like 04, 05, where you would race through various Disney movies. There was Toy Story, there was The Lion King, and there was Tarzan. Just keep in mind, this was in an era where Tarzan was actually acknowledged by Disney because they didn't have the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs actively feuding with them. Oh, fuck. Alright, we'll go this way. Fuck, how was I supposed to know that was happening? Like, the one side effect of this game is that you play Pac-Man rules, but in the original Pac-Man, you could see the entire map. Something you cannot do here. You kind of just have to pray. There's not something waiting for you. But yeah, Disney Extreme Skate Adventure is definitely one on the list. That's another one from my childhood that I really liked. It had a killer soundtrack too. It really helped define my taste in music for a while. For better or for worse. This motherfucker. Fuck you. For better or for worse, it did define my taste in music for a long time, and, you know, that is a game that we will go back to and play. We'll see how much of that we can get through as quickly as possible. So that's another one. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, another classic. Which is the Mario Golf game for the, what console was that? The GameCube. So, that's one that we are clearly going... Oh, cool, I get to go over here now. That was worth it. This is all worth it. It's all gold. But, all of that said, we're going to, we're going to put it up to that. Mario Party 5. It's probably going to be it's the most likely candidate, I would say, for the next game. Because I do really love that game. I think it's an underrated game in that series. Oh, fuck that. No, I'm not gonna waste lives trying to get that. So, that's one we're definitely going to do, because I love Super Duel Mode. Something that really captured my imagination when I was a kid playing that. And then eventually, when we get the actual second screen, which will happen, whether or not I buy it at their store, or if I can get enough people to commit to, watching this, that we can, start selling ads, then we will, we'll be able to get to the second screen. We'll be able to do games that are on my Steam library, which there are a lot. That's fair. And there's the exit. So, like, I have installed, what was that? Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, the original, not the Skywalker Saga. Now, if I remember correctly, 71's not terrible. Alright. Nope, there's one more level before the boss. Alright, let's get through this. Best of luck to us. We do need to use the metal suit to get these. Because of the, the trees being on fire is probably a safety hazard. If I'm being honest, this doesn't feel secure. Doesn't feel like something we should be doing. Alright, and we've turned it all off. Part of me thinks this has something to do with the Galaxian. We're gonna backtrack, because I want that Galaxian. If I don't have to come back for it, then better for us. Like I said before, same thing applies with getting everything in the level. I'm not overly concerned with that anymore. If we can, great. If not, I'm not going to sit here and risk multiple lives over and over again trying to get that. Alright, part of me feels like I should probably eat that just in case, because I feel like that's a... Yep, okay. Good move by me, so we don't accidentally end up dying. Alright, well, we don't get one of them. Oh, well. Cool, that was a worthwhile use of my time. Alright. Now we have to do something fun. Just try to time a jump and not fall off of this tiny platform. Cool. Okay. So let's try this again. Luckily we didn't die, which is nice. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, you have no way of knowing what's going on there, so best of luck to you. Actually, you know what? Let's go down here. I feel like we need to go down here. Cool, this is a good use of my time. This is a good hidden area. Unless that has something to do with it. Do I risk jumping down there? I feel like I should. I'll probably make that. Alright, let's give it a shot. Alright, we got it. We got it. Cool, that was... Alright, that was awesome. I'm not gonna argue with that many lives. It'd actually be worth it dying and then going back to that multiple times. I've never actually found that before, so that's pretty cool. It definitely feels like something that they put in, not, like, I don't know if that was meant to never be found, but, well, it was found, so good for us. If there's a galaxy, we may have to come back for this level, unfortunately, because I didn't want to do that, but I don't even know if that's needed to, fuck, alright, this looks suspicious, like there's something hidden over here. Yep, definitely something hidden over here. Cool, okay. Because they definitely don't want you going this. This is not the way that the level was designed to go. So let's see. There we go. Anytime you get to a puzzly aspect, you can count that there's something over there that they should probably try and get. Cool, alright, so now getting up here. The hard part should be doing this without running out of... Well, oh well. It doesn't matter, they turn it all off anyway. Go back down there, hit the thing, and then go back. Fun times. A lot of backtracking in this area. Alright, and we are here. Go down one more. Hit that. And there we go. Alright, where's this trail gonna take us? Besides the end of my patience. Cool, so all of that for a checkpoint. Let's see. Cool. Love mistiming a jump, and we get to go back. Alright, we got it this time. Do I have to kill these things? Or are they just, I think they just set the core. Alright. cool that they take health from you. I didn't know that. So there are enemies. And they can die, despite evidence to the contrary. Again, I feel like we should go down here. What was the point of this? Nothing, okay. This is just to waste my time. I'm just very confused. There should be something over here, I would think. Like, you would think there'd be, like, something over here for me to, like, grab onto or jump to. Probably just missing it. Oh well, let's just backtrack. And then die. Nice. Well, it's a good thing we got all those lives, so now we can just die over and over again. So this is all good things going on here. Oh, good God, did I just miss this? It's possible. Yeah, I did. Huh. I am just stupid sometimes. Shit happens. Who knows? We'll see. Alright, let's just get up here. Up here. Up here. Oh God, please let there be something up here. It's worth my time. Yes, there is. The shortcut to the exit. Okay, well we didn't get the... Maybe there isn't one in this level. Who knows? We'll find out when we get to the end. I mean, look, we got a bunch of extra lives, so who are we to argue with what we've gotten here so far? Oh, no, there is one. Unfortunately. We're gonna have to go back through. Alright. Now. Overall the body, what about bounce the glass? Okay. Oh, there we go, one down. Awesome. Alright. Asshole. Let's just go over here and grab this. Haha. Nice, okay, that's awesome. Just got an extra life. And I think it respawns, yep, from the last thing. Cool. I seem to recall these being the issue that I had as a kid. Let's see how many of them it's gonna take me to take out these fucks. Come on, buddy. Cool. Oh, I think I remember now. It's something like I gotta use the things at the ends. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Fuck them up. Fuck them up, Batman. Alright. I think that's where we'll wrap up for today, now that we've defeated 2 of the ghosts and gotten the golden strawberry. There are still 4 levels left. 3 worlds left. Ice, volcano, and then like the evil land. So like the next area is Ice River Run. So we have 48 tokens. Let's see if we can excursion back to the town. See what we've gotten so far in the museum. Hello. Oh, you gotta do the entire level over again. Fuck. Alright, well, that's gonna suck. Next, I'm gonna go through it all again. So we can go to Pac-Man. Cool. So you want to play original Pac-Man, and you don't have one of them 800 other ways that's available. You can do it here on this game. You can just play Pac-Man, which is neat for the 4 people who, you know, do that. We don't have enough yet. We need 12 more tokens for that. 132 more to play Miss Pac-Man. So we're missing quite a few of these. We're making our way through though. We can do Pack Attack. What the fuck is Pack Attack? Oh, this is just Tetris. Yeah, just Tetris. Ah, fuck. This is something, alright. Cool. 69, nice. Alright, well, I get the gist of this. It is Tetris, but with Pac-Man. So, we are well on our way to completing this. Back to the village. Okay, 1/5 of the way to the fucking museum now. Yeah. 48, so we're just about 1/5 of the way there. But we will continue this if enough people think this is worthwhile continuing. But we'll be back. Our next episode will probably be Disney Extreme Skate Adventure. So until our next episode, have a great rest of your week. And dear God, I hope it's recorded right.